That's prosecuting attorney Ms. Goodrich for the people and Ms. Elliott for the defense for arraignment. And Ms. Carney, it's alleged that you're in violation of your probation in several respects. Let's see, count one alleges a non-technical violation that you engaged in new criminal behavior on April 4th and were arrested by the Grand Traverse County Sheriff for a misdemeanor assault. Counts 2 through 5 allege non-technical violation, or I'm sorry, alleged technical probation violations. Count 2 alleges that you were arrested for that simple assault on April 4th. And the sheriff's report indicates that you appeared to be extremely intoxicated and incoherent, and you had a PBT at 0.251. So it's a violation of special condition not to use or possess alcohol. Yeah. Count 3 alleges that you failed to report to the probation department as instructed on April 6th. And since that time did not have contact with a supervising agent by phone or in person. And as of April 15th, your supervising agent did not know where you were. Count 4 alleges that you engaged in new criminal behavior by being arrested for simple assault and that constitutes assaultive behavior. Count 5 alleges that you failed to contact the probation department within 24 hours of your police contact or arrest, and that's also a condition of your probation. So if you are found to be in violation, it looks like we've got a couple previous technical violations as well. So if you are found to be in violation for the criminal for the criminal conduct of the assault, I could revoke your probation. If you're found to be in violation,
no, I didn't do it.
Well, hang on, don't do that. Your attorney wants you to just follow the process so that we protect all your rights, okay? And if you're found to be in violation on any of those technical matters, there are some limits to the jail you can receive. You've already got a couple prior ones, so I think we'd already be at the 45-day, or if we're at the 4th or beyond, then we could revoke your probation. So really, the maximum penalty you're facing here is revoking your probation. And you're on probation to me for a charge of possession of methamphetamine. That's a felony. It is punishable by a maximum of 10 years in prison. So do you understand the maximum here in this case?
Yeah.
All right. Now you've got the right to have a hearing, Ms. Carney, where the prosecutor would need to prove these violations by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to a lawyer, including a lawyer at public expense if you request and qualify. You can present evidence at any such hearing and cross-examine the witnesses presented against you, although the rules of evidence don't apply except as to any privilege, like between you and your attorney. Do you understand the rights that you have?
Yes.
All right, and Ms. Elliott, do you know how she wishes to proceed?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, will her plea if not guilty on her behalf, as she requested, signed counsel?
Yes, and that'll be Mr. Nightingale.
Schedule this for probation violation hearing on May 12th at 10:30 a.m. And do you know the status of any charge in Grand Traverse County on that misdemeanor assault?
I do not. I do not.
You arraigned on that, Ms. Burns?
No, I didn't even see a judge. I went, I got the assault or whatever. I didn't do it. I moved to Traverse City to get my stuff. I got a job there. Got it established, stupid.
All right, well, I'm gonna cut you off there. I just wanted to know the status.
No,
of
I
the case.
didn't.
Okay, all right. All right, again, I don't want you to tell me about what happened in the incident. I just wanted to know about the status of the case procedurally.
No, I didn't.
Okay. As to release between now and the hearing, Ms. Elliott?
Well, Your Honor, Ms. Carney has a place to live at the Safe Harbor in Traverse City. She secured employment at the McDonald's there. She's gotten approval from NEMSCA for some rental assistance so that when she finds a place, she can move out of Safe Harbor and into her own apartment. So she's really trying to, get things started over and get herself in a stable environment. So we'd ask for a bond to allow her to continue on that path. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Goodrich.
Your Honor, the concern here is obviously the drinking, while being on felony probation for possession of methamphetamine, but this is her second criminal case that she was charged with. The previous one was a MDOP. The concern here is they both involve victims. So while we have her out in the community, other people are suffering as a result. I realize they're both 93-day misdemeanors, but I think that's important to consider. Thank you.
All right, well, here, we don't have a whole lot of, we haven't been making a whole lot of progress with Miss Carney on probation, but if she's got, what is Safe Harbor in Traverse City?
It's a homeless shelter for right now. I moved there to get a job. Start over in new because I wasn't doing very good. I mean, I was doing excellent on my probation and I am doing good besides the few times I tried, yes, and stupid decisions.
How would you get back over to Traverse City?
I would have to take a bus today. I would see if maybe like somebody could pay for Indian Trails. All my stuff is there.
And Safe Harbor, you've got a spot there still?
Yes.
What about this job? Have you started that?
No, I was supposed to, but I probably lost it. I'd have to call them and, you know what I mean? Refigure something out.
When were you supposed to have started it?
2 days ago. I've been in, or the day I went into Traverse City. Or they picked me up for the warrant.
If we were to call the McDonald's in Traverse City, or, is this true? I can't tell you.
It
how many-
honestly is true, but I haven't started it yet, so I'm telling you, I was supposed to have a position there, yes, I have not started it, I was picked up on the warrant.
It's amazing. Maybe people should not be so keen to find a job because I can't tell you how many people get arrested like the day before they're supposed to start a job.
I understand that.
So it's hard for me to believe.
I totally understand, I really do. But there's no reason for me to lie to you. I'm telling you, I did do the assault, it was stupid.
Well, your lawyer really wants you to stop saying that, All right, my hemming and hawing here is I'd really like to see Miss Carney get some traction toward some kind of housing and employment plan moving forward. But it sounds like, what she's got in place sounds a little bit shy of an actual, tangible plan. This is the second criminal alleged violation since she's been on probation. The case is a borderline prison case to begin with. It was pled down to possession of meth, but this was a very serious possession with intent case for which her co-defendant went to prison. And she's been kind of on that bubble and, not responding to the probation agent, being arrested at a 2-5 and being assaultive in the community. I guess I'm hesitant to derail any progress that she's been making, but it sounds like that was minimal progress at best. So I'll order her to be held without release until further order of the court. The next hearing will be the probation violation hearing on May 12th at 10:30. All right, our the third and final arraignment on our warrant here is People of the State of Michigan versus Austin David Noble, file 25-6985FH. We've got Ms. Goodrich for the people and Ms. Elliott for the defense. All right, Mr. Noble. It's alleged that you're in violation of your probation in several respects. Count one alleges that on or about March 22nd, you were in possession of a controlled substance methamphetamine. Count two, same date, you used a controlled substance methamphetamine. Count three, same date, you were in possession of drug paraphernalia, glass methamphetamine pipe. Count four, on or about April 21, you were in possession of marijuana. Count five, on or about the same date, you were in possession of drug paraphernalia, glass marijuana pipe. Count six, on or about the same date, you're in possession of marijuana without having a valid medical marijuana card. Count seven, those are all technical violations. The counts 1 through 6. One technical violation has a maximum 15 days jail. 2 has a 30-day maximum. 3 has a 45-day maximum. 4 or more, I could revoke your probation. There's also some non-technical probation violations. And those are the same factual context, but they allege that you violated the law. Count 7, on or about March 22nd, you violated criminal law by being in possession of methamphetamine. Count 8, same date, you violated criminal law by using a controlled substance, methamphetamine. Count 9, on or about April 21, you violated criminal law by being in possession of marijuana. Those are non-technical violations. If you were found to be in violation on any of those, I could revoke your probation. So you are on probation to me for possession of methamphetamine as a habitual offender second. That carries a maximum of 15 years in prison. So the maximum penalty that you could face on these allegations of violation of probation would be revoking your probation, sending you to prison with a 15-year maximum. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Right. Now you've got the right to have a hearing on these allegations of violations. You've got the right to have a lawyer, and if you requested and qualified, a lawyer at public expense. You have the right to present evidence in defense at that hearing and to question any of the witnesses presented against you, although the rules of evidence don't apply except as to privilege. Do you understand the rights that you have? Right, Ms. Elliott, do you know how I wish to proceed?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
You want her plea of not guilty on your behalf as to those charges. Has he requested assigned counsel?
Yes, and that'll be Mr. Nightingale going forward.
All right, we'll schedule this for a probation violation hearing on May 12th at 10:40 a.m. And Mr. Noble, when were you released from the jail on these charges? On my case that I sentenced you for back in, when did I sentence you? Okay. And then you were-
August 11th, service over 9 months,
And then you were going to go down to KPAC
and I went to KPAP for 3 months.
and you didn't finish it.
I finished everything, but it kicked me out a week early, but my, all my books, everything was done.
I mean, you've signed an acknowledgement back in August for a violation for failing to successfully complete KPAC.
I did not know that.
Well, your signature's right on it.
Yes, sir, I understand that. I think that's what it was forward, so it's my fault.
Okay. Did you and I have a talk at your sentencing? It looks like all of my notes are to send you to prison at your sentencing, and I didn't send you to prison. Do you remember why I didn't send you to prison? Did we have a talk about, are you tired of all this?
I'm tired of all this, and you gotta see something in me.
Yeah.
That is my first.
So what happened?
relapse, and everything about it. They say in recovery report or whatever, like, you're
Yeah.
supposed to relapse, but I'm possibly going to prison for relapse.
Yeah. You're not supposed to relapse and recover. Whoever told you that is wrong. All right. All right. As to any pretrial release or pre-hearing release, Ms. Elliott?
Well, the bond was set yesterday in district court on the new charges at 75,000 cash or surety for the full bail, which Mr. Noble is not able to post. He does have a full-time job working at the Dixie. He also has part-time work with his dad doing handyman work. He was just promoted at the Dixie. You know, he has a living environment with his mom and his stepdad. You know, we'd be asking for a bond that he's able to post, perhaps even a PR bond, so that he can work on maybe posting the bond in district court so he can get back out and get back to work.
Scourge.
Your Honor, the court is very familiar with Mr. Noble in the last 4 or 5 years. At this time, he's on felony probation for possession of meth. He's found with methamphetamine and also with marijuana. I would ask that no bond be set.
Do you know, so the new charge, is that a Sheboygan County charge?
It is.
Do you know the quantity or the circumstances of that that's alleged? Or
It wasn't a pipe.
it was a traffic stop?
Yes.
Just- All right, well, for now, Mr. Noble, I'm going to hold you held without bond till the May 12th at 10:40 a.m. till further order of the court. I don't know what else you've been up to. But you know, and there's no guarantees, but the only way I'd consider a release for you is if it's to some kind of treatment facility.
All right.
And there's no promise that I would approve that, just I would want to see that that's the plan. But otherwise, I don't know how this is going to shake out. I mean, I probably should have sent you to prison back last May, so I don't know how this is going to shake out, but that is definitely a possibility you need to be starting to think about.
Sure.
Okay. All right, we'll see you on May 12th,
Judge, what was the time for that? hearing?
10:40
Thank you.
a.m. Okay, that was concluded after this afternoon.